teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Oh, big time, big time, big time.
Welcome to Fourth and Jawn, episode 230, and we are talking the recap of a terrible loss for the Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles go all the way to Dallas and get their asses whooped in primetime television. The fact that the fan base had to watch that, it's an embarrassing moment for the Eagles right now. Obviously, we have a young head coach. We have a young football team. We have a football team looking for a new direction. We asked for a identity of this football team. We've had, kind of different performances the last two games. The offense, again, has really stalled. Let me ask you, Coach Siriani. Coach Siriani says, doing the things that require no talent. And as a head coach, things that require no talent is running the football. When Miles Sanders has 2 carries for 27 yards, average of 13.5 a pop, and your other running back has 1 carry. We have 3 carries on the football game. So I'm going to say that right off the bat. I think overall, we looked unprepared. Another game where we're penalized heavy. We're one of the most penalized teams in the NFL, and you gotta be efficient. You talk about being efficient. That was not efficient football. I think teams are starting to key on things that we do best. If you're talking about Hurts, what he does best, I think overall Hurts did not have a good performance. The way that Cowboy podcast and Cowboy media was talking about our Eagles getting our asses thrashed. And I was like laughing. I was like, come on, we're not getting thrashed. Not like this. We got thrashed just like we did. And just one stat, just to hammer it home, we're talking about undisciplined football. The Philadelphia Eagles, 7 penalties, 46 yards in the first half. The Los Angeles Rams have 7 penalties and 55 yards on the season. Right now, we are the most penalized football on the team in the NFL. And overall, it's just an ugly performance. I know everyone wants to get stuff off their chest, and we're going to allow you guys to do that. But Evan, we'll start with you. How are you feeling today, my friend?
I don't feel great, man. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel so good and on a Sunday like yesterday. I'm sitting around all day just waiting for this game on Monday night. All day at work, I'm sitting around waiting for this game, and then to finally just come out here and just get absolutely steamrolled. It's a kick in the gut, man. Like you said, it's completely undisciplined. The penalties across the board, and not to mention there's no heart that I saw in this team in the entire third quarter, like the entire second half, pretty much, man. They just weren't there. The fans saw it as well. I mean, I saw them on Twitter. They were leaving. They were going to bed the same way that they were leaving the stadium for the 49ers game. It's sad, man. I really noticed tonight that I just have to come to grips with the fact that the Dallas Cowboys are a much better team right now at this point. And I'm finally willing to acknowledge that Dak Prescott is indeed a better quarterback than Carson Wentz. I'll get that off my chest.
Oh, wow. We are just like just honesty hour right now. I know Prime, you have a brother that is a Dallas Cowboy fan. I know you had to hear it. What is your reaction after today's performance?
I don't got no reaction, man. I'm just I'm speechless. It's really frustrating. I went into this game with, some pretty decent hopes. It started off good. The defense looked good. We got that turnover. We got that touchdown, defensive touchdown. And I got hyped from that point on, but then it was just like the rest of the game was just lost. I mean, it got so frustrating. I had to put my phone down because, the social media was just going crazy. Everybody's asking for the run. I mean, I wasn't asking for the run. I was just asking for a play that was going to actually, I'm trying not to curse, that was actually going to go ahead and work. And we couldn't even get that. forget about calling for a run play. Just call for a play that's going to actually work. I mean, a lot of that garbage yards that we were getting were because they were playing so far back, and they started going into that prevent D, like they didn't have nothing to worry about because they had a decent lead throughout the game. So they pretty much let loose on the pedal to go ahead and give us the opportunity to get some yards and score some touchdowns. But the play calling today was just horrible. Defense was tired. Stupid penalties. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I cannot stand Derek Barnett. I want him so gone. Like, that dude just gets on my nerves, man. Oh my God. Like, just play the game, man. Like, why are you gonna go ahead and start off the game like trying to be this big bad tough guy? You ain't even doing nothing to back it up. Like, I mean, you had one good pressure on Dak, and then the rest of the time that was it. And I think they even got Nick Siriani on the sideline on like one of the little replays, reading his lips, saying it's always that same guy. He's always the one that's getting these stupid penalties called on him. And it's frustrating, man. But besides that, it was just like rough to just sit there and watch the whole thing. I know me and you were going back and forth in text, kind of like wondering if we were actually going to go ahead and do this podcast. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're right. That's what we are. We're Eagles fans. You know what I mean? We stick through it to the end, and the show must go on. So that's what we're here to do.
You mentioned Derek Barnett. I put a tweet out there: death, taxes, and a Derek Barnett penalty. It's just one thing. It's just like that's a sign of an undisciplined football. Siriani talked about the practice that they had leading into the Falcons game and how solid of a practice that they had. What have the practices been looking like is what I want to know. Are they having great practices? I mean, one thing that we can. It's there right in our face. 3 games in, we are down 3 starters on the offensive side, on the offensive line. We only have 5 offensive linemen. 3 of them are out 3 games in, and it's incredible. It's unreal, and I said it's like so Philadelphia that we're sitting here down 3 offensive linemen. And it's the thing about Siriani, right? You want to put he preached about putting your players in a better situations, to win. And how does not running the football help your quarterback in a hostile environment to settle down a rabid fan base that's going ape shit out there? Like, how do we not settle them down with our running game, sustain a couple of long drives? Like, how does that not?
I don't understand at this point. Like, when you run upwards of there was a point where they were on a streak of at least 21 plays in a row where they hadn't run the ball. They hadn't had a designed run play. That is just absolutely inexcusable. I don't understand how the lack of run plays being called in the game plan just transfers from one regime to the next, whether it's Doug Peterson or it's Siriani. It doesn't make any sense why Miles Sanders isn't being used. Anytime he touches the ball, he can make things happen. Like you said, I mean, he busted off a big run tonight for 24 yards. He carried the other lone ball for another 3 yards. He's productive, man. And we just don't use him. It doesn't make any sense. And honestly, Jalen Hurts, this wasn't his best game, obviously, but there was a lot of things out there that were just concerning to me. I remember last year with Carson Wentz and him holding on to the ball too long. What the hell was that at the end of the game where he should have just he rolled out to his left and he just sat there and took the sack from 3 different Cowboys? Like, how do you not get rid of that ball, man? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just we have no rhyme or reason to anything that we do on offense, anything we string together. I don't know what to say, man. This team has a long, long way to go. I think this game honestly tempered a lot of expectations for the year, but this conversation about Jalen Hurts not being the guy, I'm not ready to pull that trigger yet, man. I said at the beginning of the year, I'm willing to give him the whole year. I want to see what we get out of this. And if it's a shitty football team the entire year, then honestly, we could have 3 top 10 picks.
Yeah,
so that's where we're at now.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely too early to go ahead and just cancel the season and then cancel him out. I mean, yeah, he
What do we have
definitely.
behind him? Nothing.
That's what I'm saying. He definitely didn't look his greatest today. I mean, I didn't understand some of his throws. He short-ended Rager on that one that got picked off, and Devontae fell on the one that he got a pick six. Uh, it's only the third game of the season. At the end of the season is where it really matters. I mean, who ends up on top? We got time to go ahead and make changes, but the next few weeks we got some rough games, so it doesn't look like in our favor. But at the end of the day, I just hope that these guys come back during the week and get their shit together and make some whatever adjustments they need to make because we got a long season ahead of us.
It was funny. I was watching a YouTuber. I forget his name. He was a Dallas Cowboys YouTuber, and he was talking. It was like a film study, and it was basically about a Jalen Hurts throw to to the outside and being a little bit late. He said if he tries that with Diggs, it will get picked. I obviously, Devontae fell down, but he read it all the way, and the fact that that's exactly what happened. I was watching this right before the game. And I was like, yeah, I see how that throw was late. I'm hoping that Hurts has a better game. Throwing the ball placement again. We saw some ball placement issues. I guess that slant to Goddard, the ball was behind him. You talk about the throw to in the first the first quarter with the interception. Like he didn't have to throw that football. Like there's a play where you're like. This same YouTuber, I wish I knew his name because he said if he throws these balls up, they're gonna get picked, and he said it right, and that's exactly what happened, and the fact that you don't have to force those things, especially your opening drive. You talk about setting the tone. I'll give hats off to the defense. I felt like they were playing their heart out in the first. Like they look tired. They look really tired.
Yeah.
But the fact that they got a goal line stand in Dallas on the 1 yard line with the kind of way their offense has been running to get that gave this team some life. I thought it would give the team some life. But again, man, just overall bad performance.
Yeah, that run was killing us tremendously, man. We couldn't do anything. I mean, they were double teaming our defensive tackles. So that definitely opened up the line. Again, the defense they played their heart out, and they eventually did get tired. I mean, they were on the field way too long, longer than what they needed to be. Going back to that first drive, I felt like it was way too early to go ahead and throw that deep ball. Like let's go ahead and beat this defense down. I mean, again, why not the run? That was like the perfect setup right there. Let's go with some running plays, tire this defense down. I mean, go after look exactly what they did to us. They went throwing wide out plays, 3 straight plays that opened up the defense, and then our linebackers, what do? They bit off of they went 3 running plays, and then they opened up the tight end screen dump off that ended up getting some yardage or the first down, whatever it was. But that's just the thing. They opened up the linebackers. The linebackers bit on the running backs, and that's what gave the opportunities for these tight ends to be open. Like I wish we had that same game plan going on, and it looked like it seemed like it was going to be matched up equally, but we got away from it like maybe after the 4th play.
Yeah, you talk about the zone defense. Is our team disciplined enough in this zone scheme right now? Like, I mean, it's very early on. I mean, like talking about you're seeing some communication issues, like that play to the tight end for the touchdown. Like when you look back and you see after I usually look like after a score, I start looking around at the players if they're pointing at each other or they're looking at each other like confused because I want to see where the confusion's coming from. I still have to see the other angles of like what were they looking at? Was it Darius Slay supposed to be back on that play, or was it I saw Singleton going back and I don't know if he was supposed to get back there. Overall, it just felt like they have to get more disciplined. Obviously, it's going to take time to learn as they play along with each other. to figure out who's supposed to be where. And but overall, I just felt like they at least gave a performance.
Yeah. As far as the defense goes, man, I'm still looking, and it seems like the same old story year in and year out. It's the linebackers. The linebackers have just been playing abysmal, and I was really hoping the addition of Eric Wilson was going to help out a lot, but that was they had a rough day out there today, man. It was completely soft in the middle of the field, and this is tough, man.
I want to definitely go to some of the Facebook comments out here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I can feel this one. Solo Sports says, "All I know is pain."
Amen, man.
That is a feeling that we're all feeling. And there's a moment where, as a confident, prideful Eagle fan, you know all the people in your life that is going to be calling you tomorrow, texting you tomorrow, that you got to see the co-worker, in Prime's case, the brother, just the person that you got to see this week. And that's what you got to man up. And this is what the Eagles got to do. They got to man up. Kyle from Facebook says, at the end of the day, Siriani said he doesn't want to call a play Jalen isn't comfortable with. Jalen looked uncomfortable all game. He did.
He absolutely did. I texted you guys during the game that he just looked lost. This offense was out there, and there was no rhythm that could be found for 90% of the game. I mean, we had that one good drive where we were marching down play after play, but we had no rhythm. We were able to put together this entire game. Jalen looked absolutely lost out there, and I think a lot of it, I can't put it all on him, man. You got 3 new offensive linemen right in front of you. You got a banged up O-line.
Some of this play calling was just like tremendous, man. I mean, I felt like they were focusing too much on these short plays, and that defense was, all over it. Like, and they kept on going, back to it. And I didn't understand why. Like, how do you go from 1 week to go ahead and making these bomb throws and big plays, and then you want to play short field, like, at the wrong time of the game? I was just that's the frustrating part. I mean, these little short dump off passes was not getting us nowhere. And
I want to know how easy is it to fix to get your team more disciplined, because it was absolutely outrageous. It felt like every single play there was a flag down on the field when the Eagles were out there. How do you what's the quick fix for disciplining a team? Is there one, or is that just something that comes with time and chemistry?
I was thinking, this is what I was thinking halfway through the game. I was like, I was the same exact question you were asking me. I was like,
yeah,
how do you fix this in practice? Like, I'd have people run. I was like, we're all running. Let's get this straight. Let's all run the first half of practice, so we can, just
coordinators and all, everybody run. Everybody.
Man, listen. Like all the flags. Isn't this the game where you just wrap it up in a bow and you throw it away? Because was there anything good out of this tape? Zellars Tracy says Slay looked good. He looked all right. I'll give him that.
It's just so hard in a loss like that where you get absolutely blown out to try and pick out the good performances. I'll give you one. How about my boy? Can we give it up for my boy Aaron Sipos? That dude, he's one of the best punters in the league.
Okay,
I'm in on it.
I give you punters of people too.
Man, listen, I'm gonna give my boy some props. As much as all week everybody was worried about him playing the position as a backup and not holding his ground, and here we needed to focus on the rest of the team, just the way we played. But Andre Dillard I think he did a great job. Tonight.
I had to break out the Andre Dillard helmet to give good vibes for him this week. It's been up here.
Were you wearing that during the game?
I was. I was not. I was. But he did. For coming in. He played well.
Sam Malo is such a huge loss, though, man.
Did you hear Sue Malo screaming?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I heard him screaming.
I saw the way he was like writhing in pain. I saw that, and I was like, "That's not good."
When the play happened, in between the play, I could hear someone screaming. I'm like, "Who got hurt?" somebody got hurt bad. Somebody is hurt really bad. Please not be. Oh my God, 2 miles on the ground. Yeah, dude. Drew says from YouTube, we need a dog on defense at linebacker or safety.
That's exactly.
Yeah, there's a time where you can get linebackers to make tackles, and but we need more discipline back there. We need more linebackers that can fill, because they were definitely not feeling like you want them to fill. We need a veteran safety. I mean, to come in like Kayvon Wallace, he's been hanging on. I mean, Epps, I made a couple nice plays, but
it's not a solution though, man. That's
McLeod
a Band-Aid for a problem.
Rodney's coming back hopefully next week. Hopefully.
Yeah, but we still need looking toward the future, man.
No, we still need we need a draft a safety.
Yeah,
I'm feeling that. We need to pay respect to the linebacker position.
Yeah, I'll hold my breath on that one.
Did you see this Ray's message here? He says, I read a tweet that said the Eagles offense is like how I play Madden. Run around with the QB and press buttons.
Bingo, man.
Joan McCabe, Mama McCabe says, tons to work on both sides of the ball. Can't we give 3 and outs and D on the field way too long with no rest? I mean, that was this is not just 1 week, and this is 2 weeks in a row. The offense has been abysmal.
What shirt do you think Nick's going to wear this week?
And I'm
not just wear a regular Eagle shirt, man.
And I'm not that I'm not gonna lie, that Beat Dallas T-shirt thing.
It's corny.
I
don't do corny, bro.
It did not sit well with me this week. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't see no. You don't. I get it, but I don't. You don't gotta Nobody needs to wear a Beat Dallas T-shirt, man. It's Dallas week. We all know what Beat Dallas means. I would rather have like a ripped off sweatshirt, something. I don't not no beat. And then in the font, it didn't even look good.
No, it looked like his kid made it.
It was like on some MS Power Paint ish. I mean, I think the vibe right now, Eagles fans are very upset. I know one upset fan, Puga, he's out there, went all the way from El Paso to Dallas for this game. I know he's very upset. If he's around, he might check in. He's said he has to get back to his hotel because the Wi-Fi is bad out there. But kudos to all the people that showed up, man.
Yeah, and shout out to Gio who got the spotlight treatment from ESPN. That was pretty cool.
That probably the best thing?
That was the best thing I saw all night.
Absolutely. Absolutely the best thing tonight.
Maybe the best thing of the night could be this Manscaped read. Listeners across the galaxy, all the way from Australia to Houston, do we have a pew problem? If so, our friends at Manscaped have cleared you for takeoff with their 4th generation and brand new lawnmower 4.0. Kick your pews to the next planet with the Performance Package 4.0. The orbits in your pants will feel like you're in zero gravity when using the best tools for the job. For the leaders in male grooming, join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Get your rocket ready for takeoff by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code FANSIDED20.
Now, you know who looked like a bunch of hairy dickheads out there tonight? That was the Philadelphia Eagles. I know one thing that Nick Siriani is going to be bringing to practice this week, and that's a Manscaped 4.0. This lawnmower 4.0 and Weed Whacker ear and nose hair ball trimmer, crop preserver ball deodorant, the crop reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag will hold in your whole solar system. First scheduled for liftoff, the new lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. This spaceship is here to guide you on a journey to your balls, body, butt, and even Uranus.
Only doing this so I don't get fined. Don't forget to use crop preserver, ball deodorant, and their crop reviver to help your little planets be on their A game while feeling the sun's heat. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped boxers in the shed travel bag. Abort hairy balls and Buzz Lightyear that Woody with Manscaped. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code FANSIDED20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code FANSIDED20 at manscaped.com. For a clean Trinity and beyond, your space balls and the Eagles. Well, thank you.
Now
I'm
Jacob
so sad to have.
Jacob's not in the thinking matter over here. He says cocky coach couldn't even beat 49ers because of some BS calls. He doesn't deserve to try and stunt with that shirt. Until he proves to the team and the fan base, he needs to just focus on coaching. And as of now, I want Dougie back. Whoa,
Yeah,
He makes me
relax.
want to throw up in my mouth a little bit. Prime, wait, you're there? Prime, come on. Rain it in. Guys. The sky is not falling.
Check out
Out here with your, I wish I had the Doug Peterson back.
Check out this meme.
No, that's
meme.
Yeah.
that is one way to share a meme.
I was too lazy to upload. I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood.
Hey,
I'm
look,
not in the
man,
mood.
you got to understand. This is one
You
of
gotta listen to Keith.
Yeah.
You guys, this is week 3.
It is.
We're 1 and
It's
2.
week 3.
I
It is.
understand things look pretty bad right now, but if there's one thing I know about my Philadelphia Eagles is they keep us in it until the last week of the season, somehow, some way. So pull it together, guys. Come on.
Our expectations, amongst the three of us, it definitely wasn't high. But again, at the end of the day, you got to understand this is a rivalry game that we don't like losing like that. So I think that's just probably where most of the frustration is at. I mean, you're right. It's still early. We still have plenty of time to go ahead and make whatever adjustments we need to make. I just hope they come together and make those damn adjustments fast, because today, if we play like this the rest of the way, I'll probably be another one calling for Dougie to come back to.
Ivan, I want you to go and watch Muhammad Ali on the ropes. He did a hell of a thing. That's where we need to be right now.
And Siriani he talks about the rounds, 17 rounds of football.
Muhammad used to go 15.
Round 1, you had them, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You had all the punches. You threw the short stuff. You threw the haymakers. Round 2, I don't know. You're on the ropes, and in round 3, you got knocked out. You got knocked out. I think you need some milk. I think you need to call the ambulance. I think you need to be revived. And I think what's it going to take? Obviously, what is it going to take moving forward? What do you think to get this team on track?
I would say some more logical play calling. I think that Jacob kind of hit the nail on the head here. It's something that we shouldn't spend the entire show talking about, but it's something that is such a glaring issue staring us in our face. How do you have Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell, who have been playing well so far this year, get 3 designed run carries in the entire game? There's 4 quarters in the game. We didn't even get a run a quarter. Make that make sense to me.
I really didn't even think we would be questioning the running back game anymore. Like, I thought we would, finally put that statement to rest, but they found a way to bring it right back to life. 2, like you said, 3 plays for the running backs all game. It just doesn't make no sense. Like, I mean, I'm not a coach, a professional NFL coach, but damn, I know 3 rushing plays is not going to win me the game. So come on, help me to understand that shit. And I don't think you're ever going to get me to understand that one. I really don't.
Well, Todd from YouTube is trying to make it make sense. He says, come on, guys. I know it seems bad, but didn't we kind of expect this? This season's going to be full of growing pains. Growing pains are real. Like that is part of the game, but I've never seen us run the ball under 3 times.
And there's a lot of people that are saying right now in the comment section, talking about what the score was. I understand you're playing from behind, but ultimately they made us one-dimensional. What do we talk about going into pretty much every week is making the other team one-dimensional. That's how you win the game. I get that we were down in the game, but you have to have multiple phases of your offense in order to move down the field.
I mean, I was begging. I said, pleading for run the ball. The first time we run the ball, Miles Sanders cracks one off. And that's exactly, I'm like, hello. I mean, it's a part of your game, and this is how you protect your quarterback. Anytime you make Jalen, Jalen Hurts one-dimensional, it's not a good thing.
No, and he doesn't have tremendous arm strength either, man. That's. I mean, he doesn't have that zip on the ball.
We're gonna just have to hope that his arm holds up, because because I was hearing this arm strength comment all week about his ability. He's gonna have to work on that. And the fact that he threw short, you know, I don't know.
But I mean, Rob's nailing it, right? Run the ball opens up the pass. That's what worked for them.
And that's not even like rocket science. You know what I mean? Like that it automatically opens up the way that our linebackers were out of place off of play action, the same way their linebackers. And we gotta we gave Micah Parsons a hard time as an off the field player, but damn it, on the field, that dude is balling for a rookie. For his presence to be felt like that as a defensive end, a linebacker, a guy who's all over the field. You got a hat tip to Micah Parsons. I think Diggs played a solid game as well out there on his former teammate Devontae Smith. I just think they look rattled. You can go all the way through. Everyone looked rattled.
Yeah,
no one looked comfortable.
And excuse me. I think that one thing that is just I can't really wrap my head around with Jalen Hurts is that he has these plays that seem boneheaded, and then he has some plays that he can drop the ball in on a dime. And honestly, I didn't even want to give it up to him, but that touchdown pass to Greg Ward at the very end, that was a well-placed ball. It just, it didn't make me jump off the couch because we were already getting our pants kicked in. I think that Jalen Hurts has these flashes where he looks good, but it's just not consistent. And if there's one guy that I can think of when I say a description like that, it's the last quarterback we had. So, I mean, it's still early in his career, and we're only like 7 starts into his career. Like I said, I'll reiterate my point again. We're sticking with Jalen Hurts throughout the rest of the year. I want to see what he can do with the full season under his belt. But as of right now, I haven't been overly impressed. What?
No, I'm laughing to hide the pain.
Yeah.
But I just like when Evan gets mad parenty and he's like, I haven't been impressed. Go to your room.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Because quite frankly, I'm disappointed. No, I agree that I feel like we need to see more of Hurts. We need to see him, like you talk about setting, your players up for success. That's all he talked about in the offseason when he got the job and what he was about. Right now, he's not setting his players up for success. If I was Coach Siriani and I went back to the locker room and looked my running back in the eye and I knew he had 3 carries, and I play running back at one point. Like if I went to my coach, I'm like, bro, I had 3 carries, and I'm Miles Sanders. 2 carries. I'd be like, this. Nah, that's unacceptable. Edgar says, honestly, this is what we get with RPO QBs. We were running RP nose because that shit was not working.
Yeah, that was whack.
Hey, are you trying to say? Do you guys have this feeling in the back of your mind like the offensive game plan has been figured out already? I'm just saying.
No, 100%.
Gail,
that is honestly verbatim a thought that I had during this game, is that I feel as if this offensive game plan has already been figured out. It really doesn't seem like there's that much to it. There's a lot of trying to force the ball in on plays that shouldn't be forced in. Like I'm saying, I said the same thing about forcing the ball to Devontae Smith last week, and I felt like it was the same sort of thing going on. Not running the ball, continuing to do that. I feel like this offense is pretty vanilla.
I still think we got time to work this out.
Yeah, I mean we got 14 more weeks, but
we got Travis talking about Minshew.
Come on,
overall, I mean the whole offensive game plan really sucked. Like it just sucked.
But like all these people, what do people really believe this, or is this like reactionary?
This is just reactionary, man. It's got to be. I mean, Shit, look at the text that I sent you guys earlier. You know what I mean? I was just joking, but it made me talk about Carson. Like I might as well bring Carson back. I mean, with some of the throws that the kid was making, like again, I'm not putting it all on him, but I mean, like you can make better throws than that. I mean, you literally had me convinced the first 2 weeks the way you were slinging that ball, and then today you were just a completely different person. I mean, you got to lead those receivers. Rager, I could see, you know, and I put a little bit on blame on him. You saw that was going to be short. Yo, you got to be defensive on that play. You got to knock the ball down. You can't let that guy to go ahead and just, you know, snag it and intercept it. And that's what he did. And then, you know, again, it was just a lot of forced throws that he made inside great coverage. Why? And then you can't be staring your wide receivers there. You can't give away the plays like that. Maybe that's why, because Diggs, you know, this used to be his teammate. He knows how he is. He had his number. He had Devontae's number. So you know, it definitely went the Cowboys' way today. And again, hats off to them. You know, they played as a complete team today. And look, man, I didn't wish no bad upon Dak last year. You know, I mean, it was sad that what happened to him. You know, I mean, I really encouraged the dude to come back, and I was one to go ahead and, you know, tell my brother like it's foul that they didn't give him the money that he deserved. And here, look what happened to him. You know, he got hurt. Definitely didn't wish that upon him, but hey, that was a great comeback. You know what I mean? Being able to play at home today in front of that crowd, you know what I mean? So hats off to him for doing his thing. He's just said that it had to be done against us.
Yeah, I mean that was something that I honestly didn't even really consider. I hadn't really noticed that the Cowboys had played 2 away games going up into this, and that was Dak's homecoming essentially. And you know, I mean, when you have that type of energy going on inside the stadium, even though I heard, it seemed like there was a lot of green inside that stadium tonight, but I guess they quickly ushered themselves out the stadium.
Now we have a little argument going in the chat on Facebook. You know, Josh is saying Hurts is not better than Carson. And these are facts. And Keith says, "Where are the bad throws?" I'm disagreeing with both of y'all. I just think
I'm definitely disagreeing.
I mean, I've seen, if you go back and watch the tape, there's been a lot of guys that are missed. There's been some bad underthrown balls. There's been some overthrown balls. You can see the Dallas Goedert in wide open, and he missed Goddard wide open. And like, I'm not the dude that's gonna sit here and like, if I see something, I'm gonna tell you what I see. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Jalen is QB1, or Wentz is like, I've always kept it 100. When Wentz looked uncomfortable, I told you look uncomfortable, and that I've never seen him play like this, and that I'm very concerned about how he's played. And with Hurts right now, if you go look at his throw chart, look where he's not succeeding in the middle of the field. And as we go to another game, you know, like it's still a kind of a thing. And if I'm like what I saw kind of today, if you make Hurts throw from the pocket, what kind of performance are you going to get? Like I will cone you to death and make him sure he's inside that cone with the defensive ends pushing. So like Jim Johnson asked what he used to do to Vic, like keep him in there, and being that he's not the tallest QB in the world, make him throw over the middle. You know, that's where I want him to be uncomfortable. And if that keeps becoming a thing, we'll see. Like, I just think it was a terrible game plan.
Yeah. Now my two cents about the two guys. I'm gonna disagree with y'all both as well. You know, I mean, me especially being one of the biggest Carson supporters, I'll be quick to go ahead and tell you that the dude diminished a lot. I mean, still watching him in the Indianapolis coach jersey, like he's horrible. He's playing shitty. So, you know, Hurts is doing his thing. It's only the 7th game for this kid. He still has a lot to learn. And then in reference to bad throws, yeah, man, he made quite a bit of bad throws today. So I really don't know what game some of these guys were watching it, but I know I watched that whole game and it looked like shit. He was forcing a lot of shit, you know, misjudging a lot of shit. It was bad. It was bad all around. It was bad play calling, bad plays, bad QB. It's bad.
And I hate to throw salt in the wound as well, but I mean, I have to just acknowledge the fact that Dak really hasn't missed a beat since coming back from that injury, man. He looks good. Listen, I know the sour faces are in here. I know, but like you
Nah,
gotta give it
man.
up where it's at, man.
You gotta give props
Dude
where
was
props.
26, 3
Yeah,
touchdowns.
you got
It's a great game.
you got to call it like it is. It's not. I'm not mad at you.
Hey, he's on
Go
the
ahead.
verge for
Not mad at you.
comeback of the year, man.
Oh God, man. No, we got Fire Howie already. I I just wonder what kind of I saw that comment in there. Someone said that they heard the Adam Kaplan, they're trying to force it to some players. I just don't feel like you need to force it to some players when it's taking if you're taking the motto, taking what the defense gives you and who's open. That's what you need to do. And there's moments where if he's holding on to the ball too long, what was he, one of the highest ranked quarterbacks when holding the ball? He was like around 3 seconds.
Yeah.
He's got to start 3-step drop and fire and get it out of there. Someone tell Elena, because I saw she wants to know, is Fletch okay?
Yeah,
I thought there was cramps.
He just had some cramps, and then it didn't make no sense to go ahead and put him back in there. Us being down as much as we were. I mean, he did his thing tonight. He got that fumble recovery, but it was just cramps. I saw him take whatever fluids he was putting in his body. He started off with a bottle of water, then went to some Gatorade.
He took a shot of something too.
Yeah, then he took a shot of something. Right?
Was that like was that ginseng or pickle juice?
I don't know. Something.
I want to say it was like a 5-hour energy, but they also had it in a little brown bag covering it too. So I couldn't tell.
Yeah, then he got off the field and he never came back after that. So I mean, I don't think it really made any sense to go ahead and bring him back. So
now Travis says 2 games. I can honestly blame play calling and some bad throws. I agree with you. I argue with you. Julio, he says we had nothing going on offense. That is a common denominator amongst all Eagle fans out there. Tim, from you, go ahead.
Was it me? But I felt like he started running like as soon as he got the ball. Like he never even gave himself time to look down the field, see any receivers, tight ends were open.
He looked uncomfortable.
It's just like as soon as the ball was hiked, he went into that oh shit mode and started scrambling around, and there wasn't nothing. But it's like he didn't even give himself no time. I don't know. I just felt like that's what I was seeing a whole lot of today. But I don't know. You guys tell me if
I just felt like there's that one play that Dickerson gave up to Odigizua, who's their rookie DT, and he had him for a second, and then he just let him through. I mean, when you start not trusting your offensive line, you already know that there's going to be some issues, but overall, I just felt like he started to see he was getting out of there faster than normal. Where's that other comment?
Yeah, I mean, the past 2 games, I'm looking at it right now. Miles Sanders had 13 attempts for 55 against San Fran, and then he had 15 attempts for 74. And he's popped off. I mean, against San Fran, his longest was a 10-yard run, but he is capable of popping off these 20-plus yard runs that we've seen him pull off his entire career. And that's a real jump starter for an offense. And for where I know we're sitting here saying that when you're down as much as you are, you have to throw and get the ball down the field. This dude is capable of making big plays happen. And when they're all expecting the pass,
chunk plays.
Yeah, when they're all expecting the pass, then they're not stacking the box. So that's when you'd have to take advantage of Miles Sanders just, breaking one off. I just don't understand. I'm really looking forward to just watching Nick Siriani's, press conferences, what goes on tomorrow. And I just want to hear some answers for what the hell was that, man? Like, what the hell was that shit?
What the hell's going on out here? I saw this from Elliot. He says, can we talk about the upcoming schedule? Are y'all worried? It doesn't seem like the issues are being corrected. Now, if we're going to go to the schedule, we have the Chiefs, we have the Panthers, we have the Bucks, we have the Raiders, we have the Lions, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Saints, and then we start getting some of those NFC East games, the Giants, Jets, who have not won games. Did the Jets win a game yet?
No.
So you had Giants and Jets, Washington football team, Giants again, Washington again, and then the Cowboys to close it out. So you talk about, the back end of the schedule is a little bit more favorable, but here we go. We got the Chiefs who lost two straight. Andy Reid was in the hospital. They're under some adversity at the moment. We get them at home. You never know. Mahomes is Mahomes, though.
Yep.
Wilson,
Mahomes, Marcus Epps is Marcus Epps.
Will, bro, man, like I'm not trying to feel that vibe, man. Like, and then we go
Any
on
given
the road.
Sunday, man. Any given Sunday.
Josh, from Facebook is like, la. I'm not. Hey, man, this is why the game has to be played.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. I mean, it is a week-to-week kind of thing. And the Eagles are one, like I said earlier, to win games that they're not supposed to win and then give up games and get blown out in games that they're not supposed to do that. But as far as the next 3 games, that is a gauntlet and a half. And we just got to go in play it week to week, man. That's all you can do is look at one game at a time and come up with a better game plan than the week you did before.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like when you got a young football team, a young head coach. I just prior to the season, I said, you got your Fisher Price head coach, you got the training wheels on it, and you have this front office with they got the hooks in them. So he's kind of he has to do what they say, and he right now he's reeling. But my thing is right now, like I saw this by a couple tweets out there. What does it say if they start losing? How will that affect the locker room? Will they start buying into the messages, buying into what he's putting down in these meetings? I mean, his coaching approach might be a little bit different than a Dougie P. You know what I mean? It's his coaching approach. Is it going to be something that they respect? I'm tired of these TED Talk meetings. I want to, once kick the projector, put a hole in the wall, punch somebody in the first row that's sleeping. I want to see somebody get angry, and you just at the end of the day, we do have a young coaching staff.
Yeah. Joey Garcia on Facebook says, "Y'all told me how bad Doug and Wentz were. This was garbage. Was last year not also garbage? This just is more recent garbage, right? We had last year's garbage, which smells like shit. We got this year's garbage, which is already rotten. So I mean, potato, man.
This is right.
Hey, and we're still gonna tell you it's garbage. So I was like, this today was garbage. And Joey, I'm gonna say that from the rooftops. Speaking emoji, today was garbage. Garbage. I mean, and you gotta sit and be honest. You can't be like, there's no way to candy coat this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 41 points dropped on you on a Monday night in front of the entire country. Yeah, there's no way to sugarcoat that.
And then what are you gonna? What does Lurie say right now? He's like, put Jawn in. That was my selection.
Oh, that's another one too. I'm glad that you brought him up. That dude just doesn't exist, right? I mean, what the heck? Can I get the Office Space meme up with the? What is it exactly you do here? How does he even fit in this offense? This dude,
he's got some dirt on somebody. He's got some dirt. If he doesn't, his mom's does.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like we saw in back-to-back weeks an offense that can't execute. That at the end of the day, that's what we saw.
Yeah.
No.
What, a lack of execution?
2 weeks in a row, lack of execution offensively.
Well, yes and no, because it wasn't like the execution has nothing to do with the game plan. The game plan was trash too. The execution of the poor game plan was also trash. Like,
well, I'm talking
feel like
about
you have to go in
execution.
there. You have to go in there with a game plan that can work, and then execute.
Well, I'm saying
that.
Executing the plays efficiently as a quarterback, like hitting your open wide receivers, like the little stuff that doesn't require any getting or throwing the ball away, just making smart decisions with the football. Like that's what we have to get back to. Like if you're a young football team that's reeling right now, you got to execute. You got to do the little things that require no talent, as Siriani says. No penalties. Stop getting yourselves in 3rd and longs. Like, and that's why I'm just saying, like, as a like running the ball, get your offensive lineman used to hitting going forward. Ask any lineman after a while, when you're pass blocking and the defensive knows, they're going to tee off on you all game long. They know what you're doing, and you're getting hit. So, like, I'd like us to be doing some of the hitting and doing some of the mauling. But again, like if people are saying, "Oh, we're behind," I felt like that window when it was like going into the second half and driving and getting a score. Like I felt like if you could have got a score there and then get the ball back, that would have been lovely. But that didn't really happen.
Hey Jacob, if you're trying to save a trip, I'll take those tickets from you.
Wow, you have to rethink his life choices. I mean, again, don't let that be. Don't let that today's loss. Hey man, don't let that loss.
This is going to hurt for a couple of days. I mean, it's definitely going to hurt bad tomorrow because I have to go to work and hear everybody's mouth. But
I think Fred kind of brings up an important part right here. I kind of feel as if I agree with him. He says Hurts' soul left him after that 59-yard pick, 6 happening to start the 3rd quarter. Do you think Hurts is guilty at times of just getting inside of his own head? Do you think that is going on out there? And that's a major problem that needs to be addressed. We saw that before with Nelson Aguilar, but he's not making the decisions. When the guy that's making the decisions is in his own head, that's a big problem.
That's what I'm saying. He showed that as soon as that happened, like you just mentioned, as soon as that happened, you could see that it was just a whole different Jalen Hurts out there. And that's where I really started seeing once the play started off, he went into the running mode. Like he didn't even take the time to go ahead and see the rest of the field. So like his confidence also went along with that 59-yard return. Like everything just left his body.
No, I do think that people don't realize, I mean, he is from Texas. He knows how important this game is. Sometimes players do get in their head in a certain, like he had a look that I haven't seen really from him. Like I saw, that was like, oof. Like he was reeling at that moment, I felt like. But I feel like playing in Texas, he's from Texas. He knows how important this game is, how big this game is. He's played in big games throughout his career. But overall, you catch an L, he'll probably tell you himself. They're gonna build on this and learn from this. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is, will they learn from this, and how do they, if they forget, because sometimes players don't forget. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to have a short-term memory and pick it up and put it down next week. I mean, hey, did anyone think the Chiefs would be 1-2 right now? No.
1-2 versus 1-2. So
yeah.
So here we are, 1-2 versus 1-2. All I know is we're gonna have a tailgate. So if you guys are gonna be down there and you're looking to take out your frustrations on some ice cold Bud Lights and some Conchi tomato pie and maybe a cheesesteak by our guy Evan.
Yes, sir.
You still could have a good time. Okay, the world is not stomach. The world is not over because the Eagles lost to the Cowboys. Like we have another week to get better. Reed versus Siriani. Uncle Andy back in town. How about that?
Big Red. Always a pleasure to see him, especially when he's kicking our teeth in.
Yeah.
We're talking about veteran coaches versus our coaching staff. A lot of young dudes in there. A lot of young
guys, yeah. And that inexperience just spills over onto the football field.
Mama McCabe is going to make it out to the tailgate, maybe?
I hope so. Hope everybody in the comment section makes it.
Man, hey, do you realize Carolina is in 2 weeks?
Yes, sir. We'll be
Oh,
there.
hey, Evan, did you talk to your bosses? Are you gonna get some time off?
I'm gonna need to.
Evan, don't start your shit, Evan.
No, I'll be good. I'll be good.
All right.
Bathroom. Oh, hey, we'll take the bathroom breaks. I promise.
We might have to add a day.
Bring a goddamn bucket.
Jacob says he wants the full experience for my first ever game at the link. Hey,
Oh, you'll
and
get
don't,
it. Trust me.
bruh, you're gonna get it. So I don't want to hear anything talk about not being at the game. Pete asked, "How was Evan's cheesesteak?" It was damn good.
Have a cheesesteak off, Pete. I'm in.
It's damn good. You can
Very
come and
good.
rate it.
Appreciate it.
Very good.
Everybody knows Pete Nathan is a foodie. Check out his YouTube channel. He cooks up some gumbo and all that good stuff.
Yeah, this food looks good.
Keith says a lot of young guys were in Vermill's coaching staff. See you in Charlotte. It sounded like he had a can't wait at the end of that. Can't wait, man. We'll see, man. It'll be interesting, man. I just think when you lose to Dallas, it's not like losing to any other team. So I think that's where the vibes right now are.
Yeah,
people are in their fields. Throw on some Drake. Get emotional. Write a sappy love song. Eat a cheesesteak. I don't know, man. I don't feel good. At the one point in the game, my girl goes, and she didn't know. My girl didn't have no idea what happened in the game. She came over and she was like, "Hey, can I get a real hug real quick?" And I was so angry. I'm mid tweeting something. I said, "Babe, no, not right now." and I didn't realize how. I didn't realize how wrapped up I was into the Eagles at this moment. I was like, yo, my girl just wanted a hug. And here I am.
You're out there getting crushed, and now you're crushing her. You're just passing it all around.
I had to go. I had to apologize.
I had to put a tweet out.
I was like, hey, babe, I'm sorry. It's just kind of
my bad.
Into my Eagles and shit. Yeah.
My bad.
So, any last words before we get out of here, Prime?
Yeah, man. Just please get your shit together. Come up with a better game plan. The expectations going into this weekend is not of the highest, but we have to redeem ourselves some way, somehow. So get it together, man. Come up with a great game plan. Give us a reason to go ahead and have some confidence again. Run the goddamn ball, please. And I'd rather use a different term, but again, I'm trying not to curse. But run the goddamn ball. We got a great running back that could go ahead and make plays. Utilize the man. I mean, what is going on? Whatever it is, get it out of your asses and run the goddamn ball. Please spread that offense out, man.
Out of your asses and spread that what?
I'm tired, man. I'm ready to go to sleep. All right, I gotta get up at 4:00 in the morning.
Our man Tracy said he's gonna be in Denver. Shout out to you, man. We're definitely, hopefully, we're out there, man. It's gonna be a long ride. Look at Palatero Pinga dropping Miles should ask for a trade, huh? Oh. Will says, make that shirt, Prime. Get your shit together. Run the goddamn ball.
All right, well, I'm gonna consider it.
Yeah. I mean, as for me, I understand all of us in our fields right now. But we got 14 games to go, guys. We got a long season ahead of us. You guys need to watch some Monty G videos or something. Get your energy up for some blind loyalty. Go into next week, rock the house, act like this whole shit never happened.
Baby.
Eagles, baby. I mean, we have a long way to go. We still need to see. We still need a lot of answers. A lot of questions answered on this team as far as who we're going to be moving forward with. A lot of answers about this coaching staff. This is all just feeling it out. probably, it isn't going to be a great year, being realistic about it. But it's all about
Whoa.
what?
It's not going to be a good year now?
I'm just saying it's not going to be a great year. Do you know what great is? Great.
Yo, look at Prime's face. Look at Prime's face.
Greatness was 2-4-18, bro. It's not going to be a great year.
Prime's hurt, man.
Yeah.
Prime's big hurt.
We all are. But go Birds, baby. Go Birds.
If I want to leave you with anything, make sure you check in on your people, especially after today. Check in on your peoples, make sure they're good. Let them talk it out if they have to, because I think today is gonna be. I'm gonna let you know to stay away from the radio tomorrow, because it's gonna get real ugly tomorrow. Eagle fans are gonna be all over the place emotionally, but overall, man, just keep your head up, man. Like you said, it's early in the season. Anything can happen. The NFC East is not looking so great. We lost the opportunity to, take over the NFC East, but again, long season, anything can happen. Let's make sure, hopefully, our guys are healthy. Did anybody get an update on Isaac Sumalu? I know it's a foot injury. I don't know. It didn't look good, but we will keep you updated over the week. Hopefully, we will be having a Chiefs podcast. That could be interesting. Or Uncle Andy back in the link again. We will be tailgating in G1 for those looking to come out and have a good time and tailgate. But and we'll try to get our minds off this L. Can we promise everyone a good time, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. The crowd has spoken. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, fly, Eagles, fly.